Welcome back to our conversation with 8th District Congressman Stephen Lynch. So, Congressman, the economy is front and center in everyone's minds here and around the country. There have been efforts, so far unsuccessful on Beacon Hill, to temporarily suspend the state gas tax, which would, in theory, save a few cents for drivers. And Senator Maggie Hassan, I noticed, who's facing a tough re-election fight, is running TV ads touting her support for suspending temporarily the federal tax on gas. Do you think that's a good idea?
I'm not sure if it's going to make a difference. If we eliminate the tax and the oil company or the gas supplier simply raises the price to fill that gap, we end up losing tax money, and it doesn't benefit the consumer. So you could end up with a lose-lose situation. I do appreciate the fact that regular families are really struggling with the gas prices. It's really onerous. So we could try that. I think eliminate the gas tax, but also make sure that the oil company or the gas distributor does not raise the price so that the benefit does actually go to the consumer. If we could figure out a way to do that, then certainly I would support it.
Is that within the power of Congress or the executive branch?
I think there might be a way to, by executive order,
Okay.
if on an emergency basis, which I think we have right now, there might be a way for the president to do that, yeah.
When you look at the economic situation here in Massachusetts and elsewhere, what's your take on how long we're going to be suffering through this? I pick up the paper this morning as we're taping, and I see economists speculating that prices are going to continue to rise through 2023. Is that your understanding as well?
Well, I think we're in for a rough patch here.
Yeah.
I do. Look, we just took 20% of the world oil supply off the table because of the war in Ukraine. That Russian gas supply has constricted the availability, and the costs have gone up. So we've got a difficult situation there. I think there are supply chain issues in China because of the pandemic. They've gone to a total lockdown approach, and that has hurt a lot of manufacturers. So we're seeing in the construction industry, where I worked for 20 years, the cost of a sheet of plywood and other basic materials have skyrocketed. So, yeah, so structurally, I think we have some real challenges.
Wow. Well, look, I'm getting the wrap-up sign, but I've got to squeeze in briefly one last topic here, which is windows are open now that the nights are getting warmer, and that means airplane noise becomes a big issue for a lot of people in the Boston area. You've been on this for a long time. Are you satisfied with the progress the FAA is making in reducing jet noise pollution from Logan?
Not yet. Not yet. We had a hearing on this 2 weeks ago on jet pollution and aircraft pollution in general. Of course, we raised the concern about the noise levels. They're making progress, but it's so incremental. I think that the volume of the flights that we're seeing over a narrow band, especially over the town of Milton and that approach into the runways, is still a pernicious problem. And we're going to continue to work on that with the FAA and Logan Airport and try to get some relief for those families.
Maybe they need one of those patented Stephen Lynch tongue lashings that you're so famous for.
If that worked, it would have been fixed a long time ago.
Congressman, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, John.
Great to see you.